Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your general reading. Capricorns, let's get into it. Let's get right on into it. Let's see what is going on in your reading. This reading is going to be for December the 14th through the 21st. Okay, so this reading is going to really honor your resilience, your responsibility, and quiet endurance while gently reminding you that strength does not require self-denial. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to need support without losing your dignity or purpose. Okay, we're going to dive right into your reading. All of these readings are timeless. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Your ruling planet Saturn is a social planet, right? It is a social planet. So you're, and it's a traditional planet, right? So right now, your ruling planet Saturn is not retrograde, but Jupiter is. And so you're lucky, you're feeling lucky, you're writing down your blessings. You're saying, okay, I'm glad that I talked to, I'm glad that I socialize with, I'm glad that I'm in certain social circles. Okay. That is the blessing that you're writing down right now, right? You and Aquarius are both ruled by Saturn. And so it'll help in your Saturn return, who you socialize with, what circles you're in, right? Schools you go to, communities you're a part of, right? Whatever. So somebody is really counting their blessings right now. You're really counting your blessings right now. That's the only thing you're focusing on. That is it, and that is all. Neptune, I believe, is also retrograde. So again, that's what you're writing down. That is what you're writing down. You're putting together your gratitude list of where you feel blessed and highly favored. That is it, and that is all. Anything else will be a distraction. Really, anything else will be a distraction. And you're adding extra work. That's you adding extra work. Carrying other people's emotions on your back. So if you're grateful for where you are in life right now, or geographically located where you are, put that down. I'm grateful that I'm in a job. I'm grateful that I'm whatever. Put together your gratitude list. Your ruling planet Saturn is a social planet. Is a social planet. So if you're grateful that you're no longer socializing with people, certain people, places, or things, you can write that down, but put that separate and put together the list of what you are grateful for. You don't want to keep speaking what you don't. That's calling that energy to you. You want to focus on what you are grateful for. I'm grateful that I am whatever. You want to focus on high frequency. All right, let's get into it. There it is. High vibrations only. That's the intention that you're setting, and that's the energy you're putting out into the universe. That is what you're putting out into the universe, right? Okay. All right. So here we go with your cards. What is your emotional state right now? What is my Capricorn's emotional state right now? All right. Your emotional state right now is the 10 of Wands. You've been carrying more than your share. Okay. And again, this is the reason why you want to keep your vibrations high. You don't want to carry anyone else's emotional baggage on your back. We're closing out a cycle. You know, you don't want to carry anybody's emotional baggage on your back. You've been carrying more than your share. This card reflects exhaustion, not failure. It's okay to acknowledge the weight that you've been bearing. So even if you're walking around like your back is curved, you feel like your back is hurting, release it. Time to release. You know, you're not carrying other people's emotional baggage on your back at all. Release it. Release it, release it. You're trying to ascend higher, and that's it. That's it, and that's all. You're trying to ascend higher. You all are hardworking zodiac signs. Certain things, like I said before, you don't have to carry people's emotional baggage, right? I feel like somebody is already balanced out. I talk about your moon sign already. You know how to pour into yourself. This is your moon sign. Your moon, please, please, please pull your birth chart. Pour into yourself in very healthy ways. If you got people around you in your ear being negative about something, tune it out if you can. High vibrations only. If you're bringing me bad news about this person, that person, I don't want to hear it. Right now, I got a lot on my plate. Just say it. I got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have a bandwidth. I just got a lot on my plate right now, right? So, what you've been avoiding, I feel like looking at your cards here, compassion, right? Not that you've been avoiding compassion. This is where you're explaining to people. If you've had readings with me and we talked about your birth chart, some of you all I have sent out like things that you can do according to whatever your moon sign is. I've sent you that information. So you can look all that information up yourself. Please pull your birth chart. It's free. Please pull your birth chart. It is free, right? What has my Capricorn been avoiding? What has Capricorn been avoiding? The Four of Cups. Okay. Emotional fatigue or quiet dissatisfaction has been lingering. So you may have been dismissing your own needs to keep moving forward. Somebody feels like their back is against the wall, like you've been pouring out and pouring out and pouring out. And so, but it's who you're pouring out to, right? It's time to pour out to source, the creator, through prayer. That's what somebody's getting ready to start doing, is really just increasing their prayer life. Okay, source, what do I need clarity about something. My back is against the wall. I need to talk to somebody, and you're talking to source. That's who you're talking to. I need clarity about something. I need to understand something. I need clarity, because I feel like either somebody wants to be married, or somebody wants some information about marriage, like marriage in business or marriage in love or something like that. And somebody needs a message to come across. Like somebody needs two people to get together, to link up and be married. That's going to make a difference in somebody's life and how something looks for you, right? And you could be like, bingo, yes, that's it. But then you need to open your mouth and say it, okay? Then you need to open your mouth and say it. Because I feel like somebody is in their feelings about something, and you can't just be in your feelings. Somebody can be so much in their feelings about something, about the way something looks to others and to you, or to like other people, that you feel like you could be communicating something. You could say, I did say it. You could be like, let's say, for instance, you're a kid that want your parents to be married, and they're separated, right? You could have strong feelings about it, right? But if you're not saying it, because you have an inner child too, if you're not saying it, like, I really, really want to see you all work out. I really want to, I know you, I know them, right? We all know those couples, or like you see, like for me, I will see certain artists and I'll be like, oh, they would make a really, really good couple. I don't know either one of them, but I'm saying it to myself, like they would make a really, really good couple. Or when you see your two favorite artists get together, you're like, yes, you don't even know a thing about them, right? Especially if they're married, you're like, oh my God, this is perfect, right? So certain things you can know about people, and you could be in the presence of. This is the beauty of I feel like some of you all have a gift of matchmaking. This is what I'm seeing here for your cards. Because I feel like somebody's back is against the wall when it comes to something, but you're not saying something. And you could put an end to something real fast by just speaking up. So it's just really trying to get you to speak up at a high frequency. Like for example, right? Because you need help with something. It's something that you've been feeling like you've been bullied about something, possibly moving around a lot, or having to constantly move, or something you feel like you did the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you want something to look like it's balanced out in your own life. That's what the Ten of Wands is. And somebody is now getting to a point like, okay, now I know who's responsible for me being bullied. Okay, question is answered. I know who is responsible for me or my family being bullied. Now somebody's at a point of adulthood. Whoever you are, you could be a man or a woman. You could be like, okay, now I know who's behind the bullying. And why I walk around like I got the weight of the world on my shoulder, where I feel like I got to carry everybody else's weight on my shoulder. Now it makes sense because you're around people who are speaking up, right? So now your back is against the wall and you're emotionally fatigued, right? Or quiet dissatisfaction has been lingering, right? So your heart's unspoken truth is the moon. Here we go. This is how you're going to save yourself. Again, find out what your moon sign is. Because I feel like somebody's almost waiting for somebody to say, would you like us to work together? Would you like is that your wish? Like somebody's a kid. And so now it's time to learn how to speak up. Or would you like for me to tell you a secret? Because that's the moon card. I want to tell you my secret, but I want you to figure it out too, right? You almost there. You know, like the game hot, hot, cold. Like, okay, you're getting hotter, you're getting hotter, you're getting hotter. Because the moon is all about secrets. The moon card, your unspoken truth, is uncertainty or vulnerability feels uncomfortable, but it's asking for attention. And so you don't need answers yet, just honesty with yourself. And so that's how you're going to save yourself. That is how you're going to save yourself. Because it's almost like I feel like somebody's looking for somebody to try to figure something out. And so simply getting married to somebody that you're looking for somebody to save you from something. Marriage doesn't save people, right? It doesn't save people, especially if you're not married to the person that you want to be married to. You just like, okay, well, let me just go. Let me go pick somebody out there. Let me just go pick somebody, right? And let me just, So that's kind of like, that's not where what someone wants. Somebody wants to be in a relationship with the right person, what's right for you, right? So again, high vibrations only, right? So again, that's the energy there, because somebody wants to share a secret. That's what the moon is. And that's going to put it into everything. If somebody opens up and shares a secret, that's going to put an end to something. That's going to put it into something. I kind of feel like somebody almost feels overwhelmed, like to a point where they almost feel like, that's where the moon card is too. It's like somebody don't really know what to believe about you. And somebody almost feels like, okay, people don't know what to believe, but you kind of feel overwhelmed by something, right? So where compassion is most needed, where is compassion most needed for my Capricorn? Queen of Cups. Right? This is compassion towards yourself, towards your emotional world. You lead with responsibility. So this week asks you to lead with kindness towards yourself, Capricorn. This is kindness towards yourself. You took a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. That's the devil card, right? And you said, okay, I don't want to be chained to a lie anymore about something, right? So, and people around me have been lying about something. I don't want to be like them. That's a heavy weight to burden. That's a heavy weight to bear. And I want to be free of something, right? It can be anything. And it literally can be anything. Like what I'm starting to hear a lot of people talking about is like going back to eating certain foods, right? That their body has been craving. I'm not a medical doctor. I got to say that. But I've been hearing people talk about that. Like, they stop eating certain types of food, but then they like, okay, their body is craving it. And they just kind of gradually getting back into certain types of foods. Right. And so somebody could take a long, hard look at themselves in the body and go, okay, maybe I was kind of sort of following some kind of a fad for a minute. It worked for me then, but my body really kind of craves something else right now. That's just an example. Whatever it is, something has been overwhelming for somebody emotionally. And Something is going to feel like a huge weight has been off. I'm telling whoever this is, it's going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. And that's where the compassion is needed. Because it's sending somebody into hermit mode at this point. It's sending somebody into hermit mode where a light needs to be, like where a light is turning on for you. Where you're learning how to save yourself. Yeah, you're learning how to save yourself. I feel like a message that has been coming across to people for a long time around 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is like, you feel like you have to bear this responsibility for something, right? Like you have to bear this responsibility. Like you got to be the head of the household, or you have to get married, or you have to like marry within your race or culture or religion, or you have to do something that's been going on from generation to generation to generation because of Saturn, right? And you really don't. You're breaking. Once you see one person break a generational cycle chain and curse in your family, that should give you the steam or the inspiration to do it yourself. Like once you see a loved one decide they're going to relocate, for example, and they're relocating away from the core group of family members, or you see that first family member start a business, when everybody else says, and you got people sitting around and talking negatively, businesses fail within the first 5 years. That should just be for you. Okay, I need to cut that person off, because if they're not speaking life into my business, then hey, they're not trying to find the resources. That's what 10 of Wands is. 10 of Wands is, I've been carrying so much weight on my shoulders for so long. I just want people around me to say, I see you, because that's Wands energy. That's fire. I see that you carry so much on you. I don't need another thing piled on my back right now, or I'm about to just break. I'm about to crack. I'm about to crack. I don't need anything else on my shoulders right now, right? I need you to take the weight off of my shoulders. If you're coming, I don't need you to ask for this and ask for that. I need you to take the weight off of my shoulder. I'm carrying too much on my shoulders right now. And so somebody needs to learn how to start speaking up and say it. You'll be more respected. I'm telling you. Like I saw somebody get online the other day and flat out tell people on social media, on Instagram, nobody's getting anything for Christmas. This was a celebrity. They nobody's getting anything for Christmas. They flat out said it. If you're expecting something, don't. They just came out and said it. Don't expect anything. I want to know how clear that can be. They didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't say they didn't have the money. Who knows what their situation is, but that's the rawest, clearest notification everybody can get, right? A lot of people are not getting into that. I got to outshine the next person. You got a lot of duties and responsibilities on your back right now. Your back could be up against the wall, and a no means no. You don't need the emotional baggage, the physical baggage, no nothing, right? So, so a pattern that you're ready to release is 5 of Pentacles here. 5 of Pentacles. The belief that you must struggle alone. You don't have to struggle alone. Support is available, and accepting it does not diminish your strength. Say it to people. Just say, listen, I got a lot on my shoulders right now. I say it a lot in my readings, you all. Like, before you go into your manager's office with 10 different problems, bring at least 20 solutions, okay? Before you go into your manager's office talking about, I got this problem, this issue, think they're a human being too. No matter how you think that they got to that position, because I'm talking to some leaders you all are leaders by default, but some of you all hold management positions. Think, this person got a family. If they don't, who cares? I mean, they are their own family. They're family, friends. They have a life outside of this. And so that's how you're going to say to people too, I got a lot on my shoulders right now. People who love you and people who have been in that position will understand. They'll say, hey, listen, if you got a lot going on in the background, hey, just disconnect the line. If they talking to you, hang up on me. I get it. I won't even get upset. You're at work. Just hang up the phone. If you got to go, go. Right? Go. You got a job. Right? Just hang up the phone. They won't even get upset. I'll catch you later. Right? Talk to you later. Right? Or you got kids screaming in the background. Hey, you can't talk right now. I got it. Hey, you good? Yeah, the kids running around, the TV's blaring in the background, all of that. So support is available to you. Support is available to you. So Three of Pentacles came out here. So collaboration and recognition are present. And so you are not meant to do everything by yourself, Capricorns. Shared effort lightens the load. So shared effort lightens the load. So again, this is why you want to keep your vibrations high, because people can physically see that you're busy, 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 busy. Ask for help. It does not make you look weak. It'll expose the people who see you as competition, though. It'll immediately expose them. But right up behind that, it also exposes the people who love your leadership, see how hard you've been working, and those people will come straight to the rescue. Oh, we right there. We got your back. Don't worry about it. We got you, right? It exposed those people too, right? What's beginning to heal for you is the Page of Pentacles. This is a renewed sense of purpose grows. Slow, practical, and aligned. Small steps matter more than grand gestures right now, right? Those energies that see you needing help, but they're adding more problems instead of bringing solutions, those energies you're going to release them early. You're just going to release them because they're sitting around watching you struggle. And those are the ones that you're going to say, I'm not giving any energy to it whatsoever. They're really just in the way. That's it. They're in the way. All they're doing is just adding to the problems. They're in the way. They got to go. So I'm not giving any air whatsoever. They're not even asking, how can I help? Right? They're not even asking, how can I help? And by the way, a lot of people ask me like who do I watch, on like social media, and so since we're talking about the 10 of Wands here, which could, because when you look at the 10 of Wands, it looks like a person who is bent over and they're carrying a lot of things, responsibilities on their back, like you're a donkey or like you're a horse. And I'm not saying this to be funny either. You can follow certain medical professionals online that can help you if you're having for real like back pain, because emotionally you're carrying everybody's emotions on your back, and it could be affecting your physical body, right? I've given out 3 names already, but of course I follow a whole lot more people than this, but off top, these are the names that come to mind. Dr. Eric Berg, and I'm going to give out more as time goes on, right? Because again, Dr. Eric Berg talk about vitamin deficiency. He has a video that's the vitamin deficiency that is killing your sciatica nerve. That's one that he has out, but you can go look at his YouTube channel. He has a lot of really good information. Dr. Bobby Price is really, really good. He gives out a lot of really, really good information. Dr. Kim is really, really good. He talks about how you can shrink your visceral fat, backed by science. His first name is spelled Leonid. D as in David, and last name is Kim, Kim. He's a medical doctor. So yeah, so there are free resources available, but sometimes people want to know from people who are operating in their purpose, who do you follow? If you're operating in your purpose, and you're passionate about your purpose, who do you follow? Did you know could be following in their purpose, operating in their purpose, right? So those are just a few. And as time go on, I'll give you all more information. It's up to you to decide if you want to use it or not. It's up to you, right? So what you're beginning to heal is the Page of Pentacles. And this is this new lease on life that you have. A renewed sense of purpose grows. Slow, practical, and aligned. Small steps matter more than grand gestures right now. So again, when those energies are standing around saying, oh, I would have done it this way, I would have done it that way, or they're just sitting around complaining and other people around them are jumping on the bandwagon, complaining about how you handle a load, at work or in your personal or your professional life, those are the energies that you can say, okay, I don't have to give any air. I'm not talking to those people. They're not really adding anything, to of any value to my life. All they're doing is just adding. It's like literally piling on more, right? Instead of saying, hey, let me take the weight off your shoulder. You can sort of liken it to people who are constantly asking you for a ride, but never asking how much can you stop at a gas station so I can fill up your tank. They're literally like, okay, well, I've only you took me from here to there. Let me give you $1 or give you $2, instead of saying, hey, listen, I could afford to fill up your gas tank. And they're not even asking where else you got to go. Here, let me just fill up your gas tank because I can. Major blessing, right? With the price of gas, right? But want you to drive them here, there, everywhere just because you can, and not asking for anything. Not asking if they can help you with anything, lighten the load, just with a simple resource, just with a simple, hey, I may not have the money, but I have the resources. I know where you can find a job. I know with this can help you here. I know this can help you there, and don't even know how it can come back to them, right? So how, So collaboration is going to be really important. That's going to be the support available to you. Is you're going to start thinking more collaboration than being around people who just want to compete with how much they can carry over you, how much of a load they can carry, until they sit back and watch your back break. And then they just go, oh, well, I would have done it this way, when they could have helped you all along, right? So how to care for yourself this week. How to care for yourself this week. You're gonna this is a temperance card. You're rising above a lot of things because you're balanced out within. Balance, work with rest. Sustainable progress requires gentleness, not constant pushing. You're literally putting the past behind. You're not even lamenting over the past anymore. That's it. You're putting the past behind you. That's it, and that's all. Somebody was trying to bring out a temper in you, trying to make you so mad that you would just snap and go off on people. Like, what? What kind of temper for what? When you can just, hey, proper use of your sword. Your sword is your communication. And sometimes no communication is communication. Yeah, people who are just sitting around just hating on you, you're not giving them any communication. A hello and goodbye. If you have to work with these energies or have to deal with them at all, hello and goodbye. That's it. That's it. So, somebody could be asking you if you're married, not married, why, if you're interested. Somebody wants to know if you're in a relationship or what's your type or whatever the case may be. Somebody may want to know more about you, but if they're trying to get too familiar too fast, because again, you're ruled by a social planet. I really want y'all to write this down. Y'all are ruled by a social planet. It's a generational planet, but it's a social planet. So who you're socializing with is going to make all the difference in the world. It's going to make all the difference in the world. People want to know about you. They want to know about you, your tradition, your family, all of this other stuff. They want to know about all those things, right? So you're going to be very careful with that. Very careful about the message that you send out in every way. The message that you send out in every way, right? Because something could have spilled out into a marriage. Something could have spilled over into a marriage, and somebody's back now is against the wall. Somebody could feel like I work for somebody, and I should have said something a long time ago and didn't say a word. So how are you going to care for yourself again this week is, like I said, the temperance card. This is balance, work with rest. Sustainable progress requires gentleness, not constant pushing, and a realization that's coming into focus for you. A realization that's really coming into focus for you is judgment. You're learning how to rise above the judgment, right? You're not faking anything. Somebody's not faking it. If you're not married or you're not in a relationship with somebody or working for or whatever, you're rising above it. This is not you clutching your pearls. Oh my God, what are people going to think about me? They're going to think what they want to think regardless. right? So somebody's having a total recall of something. This is the realization that's coming into focus, is you're breaking a generational cycle, chain, or curse. I've been saying this on almost all of my readings. The Judgment card, which is the outermost planet, Pluto, is in Aquarius until 2043, I believe. You're being called to redefine success. It's no longer about endurance alone. It's about alignment and well-being. Yeah, you are sending out a message that you are balanced out by yourself, whether you are married or single. That's the message that someone is sending out. It's not just about looks. You want somebody who is just as balanced out as you are. I feel like that's why some people's generationally, some people's parents work that hard for you. Like whoever you are, they want you to be balanced out so that you're not bringing chaos and confusion into somebody else's world. Where you're in a relationship with an open enemy. Where somebody talk about how you weren't raised and they have to re-raise you as a man or a woman, where somebody has to re-raise you because they constantly pointing out your shadow side. You're not working hard enough. I would have done it this way. No. Cut, pull out the sword, cut. So the energy that you carry is star energy. Energy that you carry is star energy. Some people are going to think no matter what you say, you can say it lovingly, or no matter how you say it, they're going to think you're talking about them behind their back. That's star energy. That's just star energy. The song that comes to mind is, it's a lot of songs that come to mind, but You're So Vain. Y'all know the song You're So Vain. You probably think this song is about you, which is very popular. Still, I think it's still a very popular song, right? But star energy, hope returns quietly. So healing comes not from control, but from trust that you don't have to do everything at once, right? Yeah. You don't have to do everything at once. Somebody is learning how to balance themselves out by pouring into you so that by the time you go into any kind of a relationship in business and in love, when I say you'll be so clear when you communicate to people what nurtures you and what doesn't, they're going to be like, okay, oh, this person know themselves so well. They set apart. Even if somebody says, oh, I don't like Capricorn, they be like, well, you're not talking about me because I know myself well enough. You don't have to give me instructions 1 through 10. That's how well I know myself. You don't even have to say you pulled your own birth chart. You know yourself just that well. Even if somebody else studied your birth chart, you know you. That's what I'm seeing here in your cards. Yep. Soul baby. Yep. You know yourself at a soul level yourself. So even if somebody else studied you and say, oh, no, I know this about them because I've read their birth chart. I saw their birth chart and I know this. You know your soul. You know yourself and you can stay focused. When somebody wants to put you in a karmic relationship in business or a karmic relationship in love, you're like, I know myself that well. I'm balanced out. I'm good. All right, companionship is coming to somebody. So giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. You have a memory like an elephant. And so does someone else. So I feel like somebody has a soulmate coming through. Soul partner, soul, whoever it is that somebody's probably end up getting married to, because that's what y'all have in common. When y'all talk, people assume that y'all are talking about people behind your back. When, like what? All right. So I'm seeing some kind of rest and rejuvenation. Somebody is doing some kind of grounding wherever you are. And thank you for those of you all who are sending me snow pictures. They are so pretty. Thank you. I have some snow pictures myself. Wherever you are, whether they're palm trees, get outside in nature. Palm trees, snow, whatever the weather is, get out the house. And you're an earth sign. So that is what I have for you. So to kind of sort of close out your message here, this week for you all Capricorn isn't about asking you to climb higher or to prove your worth. It's inviting you to set the load down long enough to just breathe. Set the load down just to breathe. You are valued not for how much you carry, but for who you are beneath the responsibility. Rest is not quitting. It's how you continue whole. You're not a half of a person. You're a whole person. And so you want to put your all into something, but you need to rest. Find out what your moon sign is. Pour into yourself. Even if people say that you're being selfish, pour into yourself. So when you communicate to people what you need to so they can see the whole you and how you work, how I brag about Capricorns on my channel. I brag about all zodiac signs, but since we're doing your reading, how I brag about Capricorns being the hardest working zodiac. They can see it for themselves with their own two eyes. They can see it. Even when you're not physically there, they can see the evidence of your hard work through your kids, just your whole bloodline. They're not lazy at all. When you think they're not working, they're working, right? They've already put something in place to work. Look how hard their kids are. Their kids aren't lazy. They ain't lazy. The kids not lazy, so on and so forth. So anyway, that's what I'm seeing for you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.